Wagner, plenty of space on this left-hand side. Cutting in, off of Pines. Huber couldn't clear. Shabilko on his right. He scores again! Back-to-back Kacper Shabilko. The last 3 for the Union. And it's 2-0. The boys in blue.
Didn't look like it was going to be an easy save initially.
That is a beautiful ball by Martinez to find Santos. Sergio Santos a big goal with this. Look, he scores! He roofs it, a missile past sights. 3-0 Union. Meanwhile, Moreno has a runner on the right-hand side. It's Gressel inside the penalty area with the shot, and it goes in off of Andre Blake. There's one right back for DC. It's a 4-1 game thanks to the goal by Julian Gressel. Long lofted ball, center of the 6. It's alive in front for Glesnes, trying to win it in the air. Shabilko again, stopped by Mara to his left. Santos to the left now. Matt Real over Farrell. Going goal, and Turner says no, but what a strike by young Matt. Gaddis led on by Vutin. Ray with options will cross this in, and it's bounced home by Kacper Shabilko. What a feed by Gaddis. Shabilko with the tally. 1-0 Union.
So let's hand things over to the men in the booth, Dave Leno and Tommy Smith.
Thank you very much, Marissa. Tommy, we've reached the midway point of the season. The Union are the top scoring team of the Eastern Conference, currently in first place in the East. How do you want to see them break down the Red Bulls tonight? Top section 113. Welcome to our halftime show presented by Unibet Sportsbook with Sebastian Latou. I'm Dave Leno. The goal by Anthony Fontana, his 4th of the year, really has become a clinical finisher, Seba. But you want to see the Union more composed in the back with chances, 2 quality ones by Ewain and also Morgan on the right-hand side. Yes, Corey Burke in just his 3rd game gets another goal. The last goal, you got to go all the way back to April 20th of last year. He's back in the United States. When Burke gets in, how does he impact the game maybe differently than Kacper or Sergio Santos? We knew coming into this game that the Union were facing one of the best center back tandems in Ziegler and Hedges. So what did you make of the partnership tonight of Shabilko and Santos? We saw them multiple times last year playing tonight on the road. How do you think they fared? Fans, now's the best time to start thinking about the 2021 season. Sign up now, get the best seat locations for the action next year. You can find all the benefits and perks of being a full season ticket member by visiting PhiladelphiaUnion.com or by calling 1-877-21-UNION. Cross is wide. I mean, everybody closest player was Sergio Santos. Here's Wagner, turning it to his right on Gressel. On his right now, Montero, top of the area, trying to lead on one. Paredes said no. Montero salvages the possession for the club. Glesnes heavy on the touch there, the turnover. But there you see, like, if it was the New York Red Bulls, Tommy, on that second ball, that giveaway, they would have been right on that to progress up the field. That's the difference of these other teams in the league than DC tonight, especially for a team that likes to sit back.
That's why I said they're kind of a sleepy defense, but, you know, you can't afford to let yourself get lulled into sleep. You need to get your scores, you need to put them away, and you need to take this defense out of the game. They're not the quickest defense in the league for sure, and if you get a bit of speed behind them, you can take care of business.
A lot of personnel changes for Ben Olsen's team. No more Wayne Rooney. Luciano Acosta is playing in Liga MX. Aronson is fought off there by Pines. Stay with the club here. So Brendan Aronson, another player that we want to see on the ball in these first 15, 20 minutes of the game.
I think that's his first touch.
Yeah. And Jim Curtin said, Tommy, right to your point, that New England with Polster did a remarkable job against some of the Red Bulls. They're man-marking Brendan Aronson, and that attests to Brendan. Look, he's a 19-year-old homegrown, but the numbers and the stats that he's putting up with his runs, he needs to be marked tightly. Montero, another in-swinging ball. It's headed out once more. Elliott was there for the Union. Aronson keeps it just outside the area.
Now, you got to get this ball back into the box. Now, they're going to play it.
Let's switch it here to the Montero side. Montero on his right. Good bending ball, but right to sights.
But by the time you get it in the second time, Dave, they're already set up for you. I mean, the whole defense was set. First time, you can have a little bit of element of surprise if you bang it across there.
A lot of change to this back line like we've documented. Birnbaum also not there as well for the club. See how they're trying to play through Felipe, but the Union doing a nice job with their press cues there with Shabilko and give it right back. That was thanks to the Montero press cue. Wagner, plenty of space on this left-hand side. Cutting in, off of Pines. Huber couldn't clear. Shabilko on his right. He scores again! Back-to-back Kacper Shabilko. The last 3 for the Union. And it's 2-0. The boys in blue.
Well, I said they needed the second one. They got the second one. And again, you've got to give Wagner a lot of credit. He comes up the field. He wins the ball. Look at this. It gets across. And then it just comes out to Shabilko. He lines it up and he blasts it into the old Ongabag. Another dupe of the old Ongabag. That's brilliantly taken goal. He played it with his left. He set it up with his left. And he hammered it home with his right. Brilliantly taken. Doesn't get any better than that, folks, and he knows it. Look at the smile on that man's face. But again, Wagner has set up 2 of them, coming up along this wing, picking up the ball. There's so much difference in it. I mean, in the other game they were on the right wing. Tonight they've been doing it on the left wing, so they've switched things around a little bit.
So the brace tonight for Kacper's. This portion of the match is sponsored by Independence Blue Cross. We're here for you, Philadelphia. Learn more at IBX.com.
They still have only 7 goal scorers. Because he scored the last 3.
We keep talking about this depth by this club, but hey, Kacper Shabilko, a guy that scored in bunches last year, 15 goals in total. Let's keep it riding with Kacper Shabilko. I think Jim Curtin and the coaching staff will be okay with that. Mora looking for Assad. Quick turn there on Glesnes. Has Segura to help him out. Has Gressel on the right if he wants him. Kamara cutting in. We'll find Gressel. Gressel with a beat on it on his right. Chipping it across. Looking for Segura again. Martinez was there. Assad with the shot. Ricochets off of Elliott. And a corner for United.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do now is you don't want to let them down and get a cheap goal. Jack Elliott does very well to block this one down. Turns his back to it, and the shot coming from Assad. But it goes out for the corner kick. You got to defend this corner kick now. You got to keep that 2-0 lead. I mean, you can't just give up an easy goal now after scoring one.
Gressel will take DC's second quarter on the opposite side. Outswinging ball ahead of Pines. Long run for Paredes against Aronson.
And you know, Pines was open had he been able to get high enough for it.
Yeah, he's the target man on those set pieces, along with Huber. Paredes, who's seen time with the U.S. under-17 team, been with the DC Academy since their under-13 squad back in 2016. Mora to Paredes. Pass to Bedoya. Kamara shut down there by Jacob Glesnes. Tommy mentioned, got to watch out for Ola Kamara. This team in DC has not had a goal in a run of play, Tommy, in the last 3 games. So they're desperate. And they're going to go all out against the Union, looking for points at 12th in the East. 2-3 in the last 5 games.
The Union just got to do what they're doing. What they've done so far in this game is they've stepped into everything that DC are going to play. They have, you know, seen the ball coming, they've seen the pass coming, and DC are just not quick enough to beat them so far. That may change, but so far, because they have read the game so well, they've stepped in and they've taken the ball away. But you can't afford to make mistakes like that, playing that ball across the middle like that. If somebody picks it up, you're in trouble.
Blake Comley to Martinez. A deep man in the diamond. Bedoya on the flick on Mora there.
Oh,
Bedoya trying to lead on Brendan Aronson. Aronson with space on Felipe. Cuts it to his right just outside the area. That will be a free kick for the Union. That will do it for a big night here in Chester. For our producer, Jordan Strauss, our director is Mike Mulligan, Bud Fittacaro taking care of us in the booth, Tommy Smith and our entire PHL 17 crew. This is Dave Leno saying thanks so much for watching, but don't go anywhere. Crozier Keystone Postgame is coming up next with Marissa Pilla and Sebastian Latua. Big night for the club. 2 goals by Shabilko, 1 by Santos, another by Aronson. The lone tally for DC was Julian Gressel. That will do it from Chester, but coming up, stay with us. Union Post-Match is coming up next.